Hello, Leos. This reading is for the love life or your love life for April 2016. Thank you for joining us here at Symbols for Living. I'll get started with your reading. So, at the very, very base of the deck, we have the Two of Cups, which means that definitely this month is going to be a very loved up month. There'll be an underlying kind of energy to do with like reconciliation, connection. So you may be meeting a few people. You could even meet someone special. So it's quite a good month to get out there and meet someone if you are looking to meet somebody. If you're in a couple, then it means that you guys will be very loved up this month. I mean, the energy is there for you to tap into if you so wish, but ultimately, it looks like all situations are pointing towards a connection. That's how I read the base of the deck. It's like the overall message or the overall kind of lessons or the overall energy, the important piece of thread that is going through as we weave our way through the month. It's like that's what's going to be carried along in every situation. It's going to be kind of an element of the Two of Cups, which is just about harmony, connection, love, comfort, safety as well, and protection even. So those are the kind of themes that are going to be evident in the month of April for you, Leo. So at the center of your reading, which would to me talk about your own personal energies or important lesson to be learned, we have the Queen of Swords, who is a straight talking, clear thinking mentalist. She doesn't hold a huge amount of value on emotions. I think she realizes that emotions are there, but thinking is winning. Thinking is what gets you to your goal. Thinking gets you respect. She sees the whole cold, hard truths in life, or in our life, in the life that we live here on earth, is that ultimately it's not how nice you are, but how smart you are in life. It's not how loving you are sometimes in terms of succeeding in this world. She's a realist. So you've got the realist at the center, and then directly crossing that, filtering that, is the Lovers card, which speaks to, again, the Two of Cups. It speaks to that connection, that harmony. But this is a major arcana, so it's almost like, the universe is conspiring to bring more harmony into your life, whether that be in your relationships or within yourself. So it's asking you to balance, and it's asking you to bring a bit more love into your life, I think. But it could be even more so asking you to make a decision. Because where we do have the Queen of Swords, who is an air sign, which is, she could be represented by, or she could be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra woman, although we know you're a Leo, you're a fire sign. You could be acting very much like the Queen of Swords at the moment. You could be being very much a realist. But I think the heavens, the universe is asking you here to be a bit more balanced, or to make a decision about love. Maybe you are being more in your head. So maybe you are really making a decision about love. making a choice about how you're going to move forward, how you're going to handle this dilemma that you seem to be in, which I think is to do with a relationship that was maybe fated, destined, soulmate type of relationship. As you're having to make a decision, I wouldn't go as far as to say twin flame relationship. But then what do I know? Hey, I'm not an expert on twin flames. But yeah, an important relationship requires a decision, and it requires you to be a realist. It looks like it's asking you to be a realist if you're not being that already. And if you are being a realist, maybe being too harsh and too realistic and completely ignoring how you feel and focusing so much on work and the reality of things and trying to, do what you think you should be doing. It's asking you here again to find balance and respect the union that you do have and respect it for what it is. Or make a decision that will allow you to move past this lesson that has been brought in this relationship, because it is a major arcana, so it's talking about lessons. It's not talking about just every day, meeting somebody and getting on with them. This is quite an important decision. So this person that you're having to decide on is quite important, and there is a connection there, but not all connections need to last forever. That's the truth. So connection is just a connection. Some play a bigger role in our life than others, but at the end of the day, it's just a connection. And this is quite an important one, and it's offering you an important life lesson. What's leaving your situation is the Ten of Cups. So it may be in the past you had a very happy relationship with this person. This person made you feel amazing and you made them feel amazing. And it was just pretty all round good times, 10 of Cups. Yeah, like happiness, contentment, finally been able to exhale, that kind of like, oh, everything's all good, Then, you know, you know, now it's gone. Now you've had to maybe decide on moving on and leaving it behind, even though it was an amazing relationship. You have to decide for some other reason that it's now having to go. And what's coming into your life, or what's come in, is the Seven of Swords, which speaks to, well, I mean, the swords is a mental thing. So you may be mentally being more savvy about things. Again, speaking to the Queen of Swords, you're being more clever with how you're thinking about the situation. So it does look like you are being asked to be a bit more clever about the situation. You are being asked to be a bit more of the Queen of Swords. I mean, the Seven of Swords also speaks to secrets as well. So yeah, maybe it is asking you not to put your heart on your sleeve so much and to be a bit more cleverer, smarter. It is asking you, and maybe that is what the lesson is. Because Leo's, I'm a Leo rising, so I know I've had very many friends that are Leos and many family members that got Leo in their chart very strongly. So I'm familiar with the Leo's tendency to want to love. Just want to love. Just want to love. You want to have fun. You want to be like the little lion cubs and just roll around and play about, in the grass and pretend to fight and just have fun. play fighting, all of that good stuff. But it looks like you're being asked to, or I can even say, go as far as say we are being asked um, to use our minds a bit more and to be a bit more decisive about the situation and not put our heart on our sleeve so much, because maybe the person that we're dealing with is maybe too clever for their own good, and we're being asked to use our own initiative, our own intellect to get through this situation and to sharpen our minds a bit more and to be a bit more realistic that life isn't all about frolicking around in grass. Not that we need to tell many Leos that. Obviously Leos are very intelligent, but it's not all about fun, and it is about maturing and being a bit cleverer about things and thinking of ourselves a bit more too. Seven of Swords speaks to that as well. Putting yourself first. It's almost a bit like the Five of Swords. It's that uneven sword number. Sometimes you have to try and think of yourself first. That is the reality of things. At the bottom of the deck, we do have disappointment. So yeah, you've got the disappointment because we've lost the Ten of Cups. We've now gone down to the Five of Cups. Like, yeah, that's self-explanatory. We've lost our 10 and we've only got 5 left now, but we have to remember that at least we've got something. At least we've still got some cups. There's still a bright future ahead, quite potentially. You still got yourself. And to kind of get out of your heart a little bit, I think it's saying here, and to just maybe be a bit more realistic about things. Maybe what's stopping you is like your connection to this connection, your connection, you're harping maybe more on what's happened and what you've lost, and maybe you need to focus more on being realistic. I wish I could go into that further, but I'm just getting realistic. Be realistic, be savvy, be clever. Use your mind more, make a choice, because it looks like you have lost half of those cups, but you still got yourself, it's saying here. That's what I'm picking up. You still got yourself. Overarching energy is the Moon card. So even though you are maybe overarching is your intuition coming in a lot more, maybe this whole situation is confusing for you. You're feeling confused and a bit like you don't know which way's up. You feel a bit out of sorts because of what's happening, because of this loss. You might feel a bit lopsided, out of sorts, a bit lopsided. You've lost the other 5 and you feel a bit like, oh. But it's asking you here, it is asking you, it's bringing you got energies coming in saying, look, swords, think about things, use your mental agility to make a decision and move forward. Become that Queen of Swords as much as you can. Because I think she will help you. That energy will help you. And the Moon as well. So you're being taught a lesson here as well about intuition, about looking within, about understanding that there is this, maybe all you've known is like love and frolicking around and having fun and, fun. And like, actually, no, you're realizing now that there's more to this, thing called life and love and happiness. And that things aren't always so black and white. And maybe I can still find happiness here with my 5 of Cups, So yeah, getting out of your heart space a little bit more. Not good to get out of your heart space, but, use the gift of the mind as well. Where you find yourself is the Knight of Discs. So you find yourself maybe slowing right down and really planning your very next move. So you seem to have gained some wisdom from this, from all of this. You find yourself focused on work, focused on building your material success. You're more focused now on material gain, and also assuredness. You know what I mean? You're more focused now on the things that bring you stability, and you seem to have slowed right down. So you're now slow. It's like you're slowed right down so much that so you can actually get a really good perspective of everything going on, you know. So maybe you're slowing down to really experience this moon experience. With the moon card here, is an overarching energy. It's slowed you down, you know, and it's made you think more about practical things in life. So maybe that's where the swords have also come in, making you think more about the practical issues in life. And you've grown up a lot, because the Knight of Discs equates to the King of Discs. So in the Rider-Waite. So, and that often speaks to, you know, reaching a certain level of maturity and mastering that suit. So the Knight of Discs, it can be interpreted as, you know, the master of discs. So yeah, that's where you find yourself. Just thinking, where you in your environment, you've got the Ace of Wands. So there seems to be lots of brand new beginnings around you. There's plenty of people that probably are offering their love, services, attention. You've got a brand new beginning around you. So around you is this brand new beginning. It could be brand new beginnings of work, considering that your focus is so much on work now. You may have a brand new big, idea all around you, brand new opportunities all around you in your environment. There feels like a buzz of a brand new beginning. So hopefully, with this new choice that you make, you can harness and take in and utilize this new energy of new beginnings that has come in for you. There could be a new relationship come in. There could be a brand new approach. Maybe things just seem really brand new now, because now you're looking at things from a different perspective. With the moon coming in, it's asking you to look at your perspective. Queen of with all the swords coming in, again, that's talking about how you're thinking, and asking for that choice to be made if you're thinking. So it could be that you just see more opportunities now around you. You see the opportunities to where you can be placing your energies now. There may be just new energy around you. So you could have started a new job. You could have a new relationship, someone new coming in, a brand new lease of life, you know. But yeah, new beginnings. That's what I see, new beginnings. And I do see it associated to your work. So it's like it's saying here, focus on your work. There's brand new beginnings there that could maybe offer you that emotional fulfillment that you're looking for. We then have the Empress in your hopes and fears. So you may be fearing that you've lost your mojo, that Empress going on. Even though you are a lion, a Leo, I'm pretty sure if you're a woman, you feel like you're the Empress, not even the Queen of Wands, but like you're the Empress, So you may be a bit worried that, you could be worried about your children. You could be worrying about mean, the Empress again is an overall energy. I mean, it is major arcana. So again, that's quite an important experience you are having right here with your hopes and fears. So it looks like you're learning about nurturing, self-nurturing, maybe finding the love within. And maybe you're fearing that you can't do this. You're fearing that you need someone else with you to provide that to you. But really, you hold the shield, of love. Really, everything that you need is within you. You are every woman. You have the ability to create whatever you want. And maybe you're feeling like you can't create what you want, or you're, I think basically you're not nurturing yourself. You're not nurturing yourself in a way that really could maybe the nurturing that you would have got from somebody else, you're learning how to give that to yourself now. Maybe you just fear that you're not able to do that. Or maybe you fear you're not nurturing enough. But it looks here that, you can. The Empress comes along and she says, hey, everything's okay. I've got everything, like the world in my hands. I actually gave birth to the world and the universe. Thanks. In a way, she's just strong and she's pure and she's full of love and full of nurturing. And somehow you're fearing that. But, the power of the mind will get you through that. The Queen of Swords, the more you think about it, the more clearer it will be. And that hopefully will squash this fear of lacking that self-confidence, that self-love. And then as your final outcome, we've got the Six of Swords, which talks about moving on. So it looks like, throughout all of this, you're ultimately being asked to move on. And maybe this Two of Cups is saying, moving on may mean forgiving and forgetting, and just having a bit more love in your everyday interactions. And maybe through that you may find that there is love all around you. The Empress is within you, is everywhere, never went anywhere, and that maybe in the forgiveness this will allow you to move on. Because I think the Two card does speak to love, which essentially I think does speak to forgiveness, does speak to kind of letting bygones be bygones and just getting along, coming back together and just getting along. So you may like have a kind of truce, with the Lovers, again, speaking about decisions, balance. You may be finding that it's all about truce time. All about that truce. And then the Six of Swords will allow you to move on, because the Six of Swords does talk about balance, but it does talk about moving away to find that balance. And it is asking you to think about yourself. So find the love within. Change the way you think to find the love within. Take it slow. This is new for you. Love yourself always throughout it all. Forgive and forget and move on. Hope you enjoyed your reading. Symbols for Living. Any questions, feel free to send me an email at symbolsforliving@gmail.com, Alternatively, leave a message at the bottom if you have any more questions. Otherwise, I'll see you in May. Have a fantastic April. Take care now. Bye.